We spent 9 months building an ADU in our backyard, and today we're going to be going over how we started with the foundation. We did end up hiring this out. It took them about 4 days to get done, but we also went through the approval process for our plan. Exciting news. So we're in the process of the Airbnb approval process for the plans and building, everything like that. We ran into a standstill, so we sent all of our plans over, and then they needed us to get this piece of paperwork notarized with our signatures and then turn that in. Wayne went down to the city to see if we can actually talk to someone and see if we can turn in all of that information. Don't mind the looks here, but we are getting this much closer to being approved for Airbnb. And I am currently away from Wayne, so I wanted to call him and let him know we just have to pay a fee, which is always so fun. But after the fee, we are actually going to be going through the final process to get it approved. So I'm excited. So let's call him right now. Okay, he's calling. And don't judge the name. Hello? Okay, so it looks like we're almost done for the Airbnb. We just have to pay for some fees, and then it goes into like the final review process.
Okay, that's amazing. So we are $500.
So we're one step closer. We can start doing it.
I know. Makes me feel good, but now I feel like I need to clear out these rocks, get rid of these garden beds.
I know, we have lots to do. Guess what?
We breaking ground today.
We're breaking ground today. That is not going to look the same ever again.
Never ever.
No turning back now, I guess.
Never ever.
Let's see how this goes.
Let's do it. Let
the digging begin. Today was the very first day we started on the ADU. Talking over our plans, making sure we have it all understood before they get going. After looking at the plans, the very first thing they did was level out the area that the ADU was going to be on, and then they started digging out the trenches so that they can add the rebar and the footers with the cement, and then eventually the stem wall. This was the finished product, and now all we need to do is get it inspected. So when I call in, they're going to ask for name, project number, which is on our account. So let's call in 9201.
Thank you for calling the City of Planning and Development Services section. If you know your party's extension, you may dial it at any time. You have reached Planning and Development Services.
I pressed the wrong one.
Planning and Development Services section.
Get the mess up on camera.
You have reached Building and Safety Inspections. Please
That's the right
carefully.
one.
Please leave the following information regarding your building inspection request.
For more options.
This is me, Lonnie Pickering. I am calling about the project on. We are ready for the stem wall steel inspection. If we can do so tomorrow, that would be great. Tomorrow morning would be ideal, but we can make either one work. Application number is. Thank you so much. Have a great day. I always forget what I need to say.
Be great.
So we have our first inspection today. So pretty much how this works is right now we have our footers and steel laid down. So that's like the very first inspection that they have to come in, especially if you're doing a stem wall. So coming and they're going to do that. So the process of getting an inspector is typically when you get your plans approved, they will list an inspector name. So you'll have a specific inspector you'll have the whole time through. You'll contact them, let them know you're ready for inspection the next day after the work is done. They'll inspect it, hopefully get approved, and then we can move on to the next step. So just for our foundation, we're gonna have to get 3 inspections. And yeah, so we're getting the process started. They don't typically tell you when exactly they're going to be coming. It's always a good idea to just have your plans printed out and ready on the job site so they can come in, check the plans, check everything, make sure everything looks good, and they're good to go. So always get on the good side of your inspectors. That's the plan. So we have 3 sets of different plans. And at least for our area, they have a specific plan they want you to print off. It's the approved plan and they want it to be in color. So we have that too. So anyways, just thought I would give you an update there.
What's up, you guys? So today, a lot's happened. This is like real life time. 3 days? 3 days. So Andrew and his team, they came out. They cut out the trench, I guess, for the stem wall foundation, laid their rebar. We got an inspection yesterday morning, passed our inspection, everything looked good. So then actually yesterday, they came out and they laid the footers, which is the concrete at the bottom.
The next step for them was to put this concrete in the trenches. It's going to be just at the bottom to give them a level surface to lay the block down to create that stem wall. Here's the finished product. They're just going to wait for this to dry and then they'll come back with all of the cinder blocks.
Today they're on their way back out. What I believe they're doing is they're going to be laying block, I think. I don't know. But they're not going to be grouting it because once they lay their block, we have to then get that inspected and approved.
Unfortunately, we missed getting video of this, but here's the process in some images that we took.
In the background, what we're doing right now to prepare for this being finished is we're getting our takeoff packages or our lumber packages. We're getting some quotes from a couple different people. We've already called to get our trusses in. So yeah, we are working on hopefully getting this shell done quickly right after this. Hopefully his team can get a lot done today. We're supposed to get 8 inches of snow in a few days. So.
All right, inspection number 2 happening today. They are checking the stem wall. Then from there, we're gonna have to dig for our plumbing and sewer and water, whatever. So we're gonna have to do that next. But this morning is our next one. So fingers crossed that we pass today. This is what it looks like. In next week's video. Now we are needing to put a bunch of plumbing, water, except all of this concrete right here is in our way. So we're gonna have to move this so we can draw our line. In this video, you'll see them finishing obviously the full foundation, but we also needed to do all the plumbing and the water. That's gonna be sub-foundation, so underneath the concrete that they're pouring. So here you can see prime weather for us to be getting a tractor so we can dig some deep trenches for our water lines. So you're going to see a lot and a lot and a lot of digging.